Today we're going to talk about gamification and badges at work. Let's say you're a manager at a company, and there are a lot of people that work there. It's hard to really keep track of who everybody is and what they do, what their skills are, what they're good at, what kinds of things they like. It can be challenging, and there's a lot of wonderful hidden talents among the people in the organization. Now, the military has understood this for years. They have a system of insignia and emblems and epaulettes and ranks, and you can just look at someone's uniform and understand what they're all about. The Boy Scouts do it too. They've got a badge system, and we know what their accomplishments are. Even Russian prison gang members have a system of identifying each other based on the things that you can see or know about them. Football players do it too. In fact, it's been around for a long time. Even a World War II airplane was in on the game. But modern technology has made this kind of thing pervasive. Badges are everywhere, in apps and games and things online. In fact, it seems like everybody has gotten the message about this except for the people at work. Well, now that can change. Using Stemmons Enterprise, we can create something called Badger. Badger is something that brings this notion of gamification and badges to the workplace. For example, who signed a 70,000 square foot lease? Who excelled at customer service? Who moderated the book club? Who's the employee of the year? Who's on the safety committee? And who's the winner of the chili cook-off? In fact, you can make up any kind of badges that you want to reflect accomplishments and skills in your company. Sometimes the badges work in a progressive way. For example, you did one thing with no errors, and then you did 2 in a row, and 3, and 5, and we can kind of build on these things so you have a series of badges for all kinds of different things around a company. In fact, the number of badges and things that you can come up with is only limited by your imagination, and those are the people in the company that want to find things to celebrate. Any of these badges are available, or you could just make up your own. And it's really easy to configure it all and save it in Stemmons Enterprise. So let's look at how this works. On the basic level, we have a bunch of different badges. Some of them are assigned manually, so this is when somebody would recognize that a badge needs to be assigned, and they go into departments, create an entity role association, and assign that badge to the person. On the other hand, some badges are assigned automatically based on conditions that we identify with a SQL job. This automatic process uses the same system to assign the badges to individuals. Now think about what happens for those individuals. When they get those badges, they get an email telling them of their accomplishment. But also, you can create a blog post that celebrates these accomplishments, and not just once, but many over a period of time, announcing and celebrating the fact that these people have won these badges. That part's great. But think about what else we can do with it. For example, we can have a list of the badges that each person has won, or we can see which people have won each badge. We can use this to develop an inventory of skills showing the different people in the organization that have become successful at doing certain things. And finally, and this is important, we can look at the badges as a concrete example of accomplishments during the year. It's not just fun and games, it actually relates to their job performance. So some of these things are kind of fun, some of them are interesting, some of them are extremely useful, but the big payoff is that this approach is actually behavior changing. Now, in case you missed that, this approach will change people's behavior in the organization to help them focus on things that we think are important. We've got 4 discrete things happening here. First of all, you have to create the badges, either yourself or using templates that are provided with the system. Second of all, we associate those badges to individuals. There's an effort to publicize that, and that can be done in many different ways depending on what your company's culture is. And finally, there's a way to utilize those things in ways that are fun and interesting and useful, and more important, really change the way people work. So what does Badger bring us? A sense of pride in one's accomplishments, healthy competition, goal-seeking behavior. It gives us a way to measure people's work and performance in an exciting way, and it really makes the company a better place, and it's all a part of Stemmons Enterprise.